Local 10 Sports with Clay Ferraro.
Back out here live poolside at the Seminole Hard Rock Casino, where we have been previewing the Orange Bowl all day, so we figured why not bring in one of the big stars of the day, Jimbo Fisher, head coach of Florida State. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great. Glad to be here.
I can tell you that speaking to members of the Orange Bowl leading up to the ACC championship game, they really wanted this matchup. And so I think from your perspective, when the chips kind of fell the way they did, even the last couple of weeks, you take care of business against Florida, a couple of teams in front of you lose. How thrilled were you guys the way this all played out?
Oh, terrific. I mean, and like I say, the Orange Bowl is one of the marquee games of all of college football. And one of to me, the history and the tradition of the Orange Bowl, to be a part of it again is a great honor. But then for our team to finish the way we did, we got so much better the second half of the year. We're finishing strong and very anxious. And then you got two brand names, Florida State and Michigan, in this game. Turns out great.
Let me ask you about that, the improvement in this team, because I think looking back to the Louisville game and the North Carolina game and the difference in that team versus the team that played against the Gators, what changed? Because by the end of the year, you guys were the team nobody wanted to play in the ACC.
You're right. I think two things. One is the experience and our young guys really growing up and understanding how to prepare, and we got healthy. You know, we lost Derwin early. We had Noddy hurt. We had Sweat hurt. And we had some other guys on offense. We lost Bobo Wilson. We had some injuries that we had to overcome, but everybody does that. But the way those young guys finally grasped what we're trying to get, we put them in big roles and they started taking off, then that talent started taking off, and they understood how to prepare and get ready to play. It's made us a much better team.
You mentioned the young guys, and a lot of freshmen had to contribute at that point because of the injuries that you guys went through. And I remember going back a few years and being on the field when you guys took on Miami and seeing Dalvin Cook as a freshman out there. This is an area that for you guys has been very, very kind recruiting-wise. So to come back here for the Orange Bowl and play in the backyards of these South Florida guys, what does that mean to your program?
I think, they recognize with that, and that's everybody, those kids grew up wanting to play in the Orange Bowl. I mean, that's one of the games that they grew up idolizing, being right there in their own community. For us to be able to recruit guys like Dalvin and Travis Rudolph and Devontae Phillips and all the guys, Tavares McFadden, I mean, Brian Burns, you go to Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, up to West Palm Beach. I mean, it's just a great area for us, and we're going to always be here. We think this is a second home.
Jimbo Fisher is here right now for this news conference. Then he's got to hit the road. This is a really big time for you guys. So, Coach, I appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Good.